The Kenya Bankers Association has come out to reassure the public that the removal of the interest rate capping law will not in any way disadvantage borrowers, but will actually help them access credit, a thing that the capping of interest rates has failed this far in doing. According to the commercial lenders, customers will be able to access loans at affordable rates based on their credit score. In the memorandum sent to Parliament, the bankers say, and I quote, "It is worth to emphasize that the repeal of the law will not in any way disadvantage the existing borrowers who have the benefit of good track record and the existing prices reflect their risk profile." However, according to the MP credited with taming the lenders who had resulted in charging unrealistic rates, it's not yet time to repeal the cap, given that the matter is being determined by the elites and not market forces.
The problems that we have in the credit squeeze that is affecting our country is not a natural product, is not a natural happening. It's a happening that have been caused by some boardroom decisions that are made somewhere in the evening as people are sipping cups of coffee and glasses of whiskey.
Sentiments that were further reiterated by financial analyst Marshall Nyangor, whom equated Kenyan banks to a group of cartels.
I can say that the banks have been operating like a group of cartels, and that's why the interests had been consistently high. So doing away with the interest rate cap altogether will probably take us back to where we were before we even began that conversation.
Njomo further says in order to fix resultant credit squeeze, which is artificial, the National Treasury should reduce its borrowing from local markets, a move he believes will compel the banks to lend to the common mwananchi because they're in the business of lending.
Our own treasury is overborrowing from the local banks. Let treasury stop borrowing from local banks, and banks will start looking for wananchi so that they can lend them money.
With the second bill now expected in Parliament for the second reading, it is up to the lenders to find a middle ground to have their concerns addressed. This even as the Kiambu Central MP vows to protect Kenyans, stating that the rate cap is here to stay. Despite the very negative picture that has been painted by the Kenya Bankers Association as well as other players in the banking sector on the negative impact of the interest rate capping laws, the lawmakers and analysts, however, warn that it's not yet time to do away with the interest rate capping law. Jimmy Mbogo, K24, Nairobi.